Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming Droid and welcome back to modern Skyblock 3. We can't build storage crates yet because we don't have access to that particular technology. So before then we're just going to build some basic storage boxes, some basic chests, and we're going to throw everything in there and we're going to work on a couple more quests. So one of the quests that's very easy to build to finish off is we just built chests. Now all we need is a part chest. And for that we need a chest, a blank pattern and 2 sticks. So 2 sticks, very easy to do. We've got some human flesh, some humanoid flesh that we got when I fell out of the world in the last episode and died on the drop, which is unfortunate. We need a blank pattern, which is easy enough. And that should allow us to make a part chest, which will allow us to complete another quest. We can pop the part chest in there. Which is nice and easy. And gets us another bit of loot. Now, in the... Ooh! What did we get? We got the pearl provides 1 point of speed. Okay. So now we have speed. Yay! We can move around faster. So one of the things we did get in the last episode was a couple of these mob drops in one of the loot boxes. And that's actually very useful. Because the mob drops in the loot boxes allow us to bypass a lot of the waiting for mobs to spawn. Now we do have to still do the mob farming quests as part of our standard practice for the mod pack, but we can bypass some of them if we so choose and just skip on into later parts of the mod pack. That's one of the lucky things we got very early on. So for instance, we do have some mobs up there, but we don't necessarily have to go fighting the mobs immediately. I think I will make a sword cast and a sweeping blade cast and just make myself a simple wooden sword to start off with. Because it is going to be slightly useful early on to have a sword. And we do need to complete the mob farm quest to move on in the quest chain. But one thing we can do is if we look in the quest chain, if we look in basic tinkering, you see this little crown here? We need to complete these quests. So basic item transfer, wooden hopper, very easy to do if we get the wood out of the part builder. Literally just make a chest and throw wood around it in the way you would throw iron around a hopper. And that gives us a basic wooden hopper, which allows us to collect another loot box, which you never know. Chicken helmet. So if I put these on, I'm going to get further speed. So we are now going to be a bit ridiculously fast as we run around. Speed 5 when you equip the full set, yes. So we're just going to cut through some zombies, and hopefully we're going to have a zombie, and we're going to have a skeleton, and we're going to have a creeper, which we do have. And by having all of these things, we complete the mob hunter quest. There we go, there's the mob farm quest complete. And we might also get some nice, useful loot. We got a couple of loot bags, so we can open those for some loot. We got Shears of the Winter, which is an infinite shears. A diamond helmet with fire protection, which is quite nice. And some diamond armor, a silk touch shovel, some flint steel, and an end staff. So yeah, we got a nice little array of rewards from that. The main thing we're looking for, though, is you can get those loot crates, the one I got from the reward bag. In that you can get something with like looting 14 or looting 700 or something on it. And that will give you insane amounts of mob drops. Might as well eat our popcorn. Tasty. Might get us some more hearts. But until then, we want to look at completing these quests. Storage upgrades, nice. So, the quests we want to look at completing are the quests related to Dirt Furnace, Combustion Chamber, Fishing for Saplings, and Clay. Now, the Dirt Furnace and Combustion Chamber we needed gunpowder for, and thankfully, not particularly difficult to get the gunpowder. Now we are going to need some logs, which we don't have, but we can get those, again, nice and easy. And the reason we need the logs is we need to make ourselves a combustion chamber. And we're going to need even more logs because we're going to need to make ourselves a wooden casing. Because to make dirt in this mod pack, what you need to do is you need to combust the dirt. You need to burn the dirt down. And what we do is we use plant matter to combust, and that will get us dirt. Which is why having shears or a kamer early on. The shear drop, lots of people are very kind of amazed or sort of gratified by getting the shears drop. But as I said, like, you can make a kamer early game, and the kamer is perfectly good shears drop. The reason I build this up in the sky, by the way, is so that I can build underneath it later on. So that I can, when I automate it, I can build under it very easily. More catalyzing glands, which is useful, more gunpowder. Some parlous crystal, mana steel, and a proven grafter. The proven grafter is actually very useful because it means we can guarantee saplings if we ever have an issue with saplings. So now what we need to work on is we need to work on a wooden casing. We need a gear, which means sticks. Not a problem. Let's make a good number of sticks. And then we need to make a gear and a wooden casing. Easy peasy. So we've got a combustion chamber, a wooden casing, and then we just need a button. And it will also be convenient to have a trapdoor. So now what we're going to do is we are going to grab some slabs, and we're going to set up a little area where we can put a combustion chamber. Because what we need to do is we need to set up our combustion chamber in such a way that we can use it to make dirt, basically. Now I'm going to pretty up my platform later on when we get access to more resources, but for now it's going to be very much functionality based. As functional as can be, essentially. The way we do it is we prop down the casing, combustion chamber goes inside, button goes on it. And then we need to build the structure around it. And the structure around it looks something like that, with a slab on, with a trapdoor on top. We'll make ourselves some slabs and spawn-proof that, just in case we go over to the mob farm and accidentally find ourselves surrounded with mobs. Now what we can do is we can use this to make our first bit of dirt. I think 300, so that is 800 carbon value, 600 ticks of burning. Yeah, it's better to use these. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our first bit of dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're just going to throw in. And there we go. And this is how Sky Resources pack basically starts. Is you are going to be using the combustion chamber to burn things and make things. Oh no, we don't need that. What we need is we need to put one piece of dirt here, and that gives us a dirt furnace. The dirt furnace can be used as a furnace. It's not very efficient. In fact, it's hyper inefficient. It's one of the worst furnaces I have ever seen as kind of early game furnaces. But it's designed to be, because it's designed to kind of encourage you towards a stone furnace as soon as possible. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and get, or try and be lucky and have some blocks that are non-burnable. Because we can actually set up a cobble farm pretty much now, to be fair. We didn't get anything that was non-burnable there, unfortunately. So we're going to open up our loot boxes and see if we get some non-burnable blocks. Let's grab you, and let's grab you. Experiment cake and a fancy lantern. So no luck there, although the fancy lantern is quite nice because we can hang it off the edge there, and it gives us a little bit of light to work with. So other quests we can complete nice and easy. We need to get 4 clay. We did have a spare dirt, so we can get 4 clay very easily if we can find a water compressor. Yep. And the other thing we need to do before we do that is actually build a place for the water to be. You should probably do this with slabs, actually, to be fair. Slabs are probably a far more convenient way to do this. And again, I'm building very small and compact and tiny at the moment just because I don't want to waste resources, basically. Later on, we will build... we will build a much larger and less compact, and we will be building with the view of actually making a nice thing. Ooh, punji sticks! Sets of 5 punji sticks as well. So, yeah, that's actually kind of heading towards early game automation. There's a loot bag up there I can't get. Loot bag, come to me. Loot bag, come to me. I want that loot bag. Thank you. So apparently it can throw items that high up, so I might have to fill in that line as well with slabs to stop us losing items. But that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, an emerald early game. Nice. And some void crystals. So the emerald early game is quite nice. It means we can get silk touch via tinkers. The runes, potato potato. The skull's quite good. The skull is access to... The skull is access to some more early game gunpowder. A buried treasure map. There's nowhere for treasure to be buried. So I'm not really sure why the buried treasure map exists, but... And we'll repair our tools. 1 and 2. But basically, early game, gunpowder is king. Because gunpowder becomes blaze powder, and blaze powder is the source of, well, everything. And what we can also do is we can make some charcoal to make a torch, because that's another one of our little tasks, is to make a torch. So we can just cut some of this down and make ourselves some charcoal. Now this is going to be woefully inefficient, but hopefully we'll get like 1 charcoal out of this. And the problem is at the moment we don't have any non-flammable blocks, so making a cobble gen is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Because we do need some non-flammable blocks to make the cobble gen, really. So what we can hope is we can hope that we get some non-flammable blocks from another compressed diamond cutter. Okay. So the question is, where are we going to get our non-flammable blocks from? We might get one from loot boxes, things like that. We can make some non-flammable blocks I'm pretty sure Tinker's tables don't burn. We can also kill ancient golems. Ancient golems drop a kind of brick that we can use for non-flammable blocks. But that would take a long time of farming ancient golems. So we'll just dig our way through these guys, and then we'll see about setting ourselves up a cobblestone gen. Ooh, squid beaks. Squid beaks are very useful. So it looks like we're going to have to make our own non-flammable blocks, which is fine. I'm pretty sure Tinker's tables are non-flammable. So what we'll do is we'll make a Tinker's table cobblestone gen. The design of cobblestone gen I'm going to go with is a pretty simple design, really. And a few more Tinker's tables. And yes, I know, this is ridiculous. I'm sure people will be telling me there's far, far better ways of me doing this than using Tinker's tables. I'm sure there are much, much better ways of me doing this than using Tinker's tables. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 5. And then we can take out this Tinker's table. And we need to put in, so lava's going to come down here and flow this way. And we want to go 1, 2, 3. And then we just need some slabs to finish off. And we can change this over to cobblestone basically as soon as we have a cobblestone gen, because we'll be able to just generate cobblestone. So but sometimes you get water blocks and things from the loot bags, which makes it far easier. So what we're going to do is going to put a torch there, and then we are going to climb up with this. Go 1, 2, 3. And we need our water. We're going to go blaze. Block and water. So now we've got water flowing down there, and once the blaze melts into lava, we're going to have lava flowing down on the other side, which means we need to go and make ourselves a pick. Why on earth do I keep taking off my chicken boots? Chicken boots on, damn you. There we go, and we'll take the torches. Is that torch still down there? Yeah, torch is still down there. So that is melting, yeah. No tool required and valid heat source. So yeah, that will melt up soon, and then we'll have our lava gen ready. While that's melting up, we can go and empty out our mob spawner. Ooh, we got a Idicolite machete. That's a very easy way of killing off things much faster. We got a better with gems, or better gems machete. Which is nice. That was a good drop, that was. It won't last very long, but doesn't matter. It helps us kill the things while we've got it. And we also got some loot bags. Diamond chest plate with lifesteal and some sand. Nice. Iron. Some bat wings. Okay. There we go. So that took quite a long time. I went and messed with some stuff as well to kind of try and get it working. But now we have a cobble gen. Or should have. There we go. Cobble gen. Although I need to stop the water washing out the back so that I can actually mine the cobble. There we go. So I'll be able to turn this into a far better cobble gen very, very quickly using the cobble that we're getting from it. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to mine up this cobble. I'm going to make a much, much better cobble gen. I'm going to make a better furnace. And we will progress with the mod pack once I've mined up a good load of cobble. So there's our first quest for Cobblestone, which I believe requires us to actually get a... I know what I've done wrong. Sorry, I misbuilt this particular cobble gen. You're supposed to not have that there. There we go. That's better. So I'll mine up the amount of cobble I need, and I will come back in the next episode, and we will have our cobble gen up and produced. So we will have a much better, much brighter, much more shiny cobble gen without this nonsense surrounding us. So thank you all for watching. I've been the Gaming Droid. This has been Modern Skyblock 3, and I will see you all in the next episode when we have a better cobble gen. Bye-zy-bye, everybody.